here in the kitchen at LizziesHeritageIn.com. We're making something called, oh, these aren't new. We've had them for a second. This is like our Instagram names. So the real Meri Brown, and what does yours say? Just Jen, really?
My grandma had someone make these for us.
And then this says Fridays with Friends with our name, and then hers says her name, and it's very pink.
I'm paying more attention to YouTube. Mary's paying more attention to Insta.
So yeah, we've been doing Fridays with Friends on Instagram for a year, and she has been Just Jen really for like that whole time.
I have. That's what I started out at.
Like a year ago as Just Jen.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. I hope you guys are having a good day. It is Monday, March 14th. I have been so behind. Last week I tried to film on Friday and then it was like 5 o'clock by the time I filmed. And it's already 3 o'clock on a Monday, and I swear one of these days I'm gonna start filming at 8 in the morning, but I'm just not there yet. I hope you had a good day. I was very behind last week. So as some stories are wrapping up, others are keeping going and full steam ahead, and others are ongoing, like the Sister Wives. I don't know if you have watched the Cooking with Just Christine, but I love it. She has been cooking up a storm with McKelty, and they made the rolls, you guys. They made the rolls! First off, the rolls that she makes, I had no idea, no clue how much butter she used. Also, it looks like they're almost like crescent rolls or croissants. They're full of buttery goodness. In her new video, she shares basically how she makes the rolls, which is super easy if you are a baker. I am not, but she and McKelty make the rolls, and then they make sandwiches and talk about how it's not super hard, and she loves making them, and she makes them on Thanksgiving every year, and they usually are gobbled up very quickly. So with Christine enjoying a lot of attention and public support from the fans, there has been kind of a divide that's been happening in the public perception with the other wives that are sticking by Kody and not supporting Christine. One person in particular has been Meri. Robin Brown doesn't go online and doesn't post online. So because of that, we have nothing to gauge Robin's beliefs on or what she's saying behind the scenes. She keeps a super low profile. Meri does not keep a low profile. And Meri has kind of indirectly been implying that Christine has been stealing her ideas and recipes and ideas about having a cooking show.
So you guys, welcome to another edition of Fridays with Friends.
Oh, I should check this.
Oh, yep. You guys, it's a cooking show today. We know that you want the cooking show with Just Jen. Oh, and me. Just cooking show. No, we've been cooking here for a long time. Not every single time. But yeah, Jen and I have been doing some cooking shows. You guys should watch like the whole past year. It's kind of fun.
We made Jen's thing.
So Meri was not supportive of her decision to leave and didn't really understand why Christine left. It was very clear on the interviews that they did for the end of the season tell-all that Meri believed that Christine should have just stuck it out like she did and sort of endured to the end in a way that she does, with complete and utter unhappiness. But she knows that in heaven she'll go to her celestial kingdom or whatever. So Meri doesn't understand and is sticking by it. And even Peyton said, I don't think Meri's ever gonna leave Kody. So in many ways, Meri is, I think, trying to save face with Kody and stick by him and act like this is some sort of betrayal against the family. But Meri is also kind of known for not being the nicest when it comes to the Sister Wives. Listen, in the book between the Becoming Sister Wives, Janelle talked about how her relationship with Meri was horrible because Meri was not the nicest person, and it in fact made it impossible for her, and she actually left Kody for a couple years. They talked about on the tell-all about how Christine saved Janelle and Meri from basically having a, huge, tough relationship. Kody has talked very extensively about how Meri isn't the nicest to her sister wives and doesn't have the best relationship with some of the older kids. So there's some issues here with Meri, and in fairness to Meri, she's in a very difficult position being the first wife and having to welcome all these new women into her family. But with Christine leaving, you would have thought that at least she would have been publicly supporting her and been more like, yes, do what you want, because the family has said repeatedly, you can do what you want. You don't have to stay. Well, if you don't have to stay, then why are you mad when she's leaving, right? Okay. So last Friday on her Friday Night with Friends, so if you don't know, on Friday nights at like 7 o'clock Pacific time, she and her friend Jen, who is her BFF, she says, and they do a live stream on Instagram, and I think they're now going it onto YouTube, and they mostly just talk. Very rarely do they cook together. Very rarely is it anything exciting. It's literally the two of them drinking water or whatever it is that they're drinking and yammering about whatever. A lot of times it's very hard to follow. They don't even really they talk about nothing on the show. It has nothing to do with Meri's family. It's just the two of them talking. There's never really a topic. It's literally just them blabbing.
My nose is beautiful. I have a very large one.
No,
It is.
her nose
It's
is
fine.
not large. She's nose
It's fine.
hairs.
Nose hairs.
Because everyone was looking
My
at my
nose hairs might be large as well. Anyway,
Beautiful
right?
nose hairs.
Molly cooking and being techie.
Fans have thought because of this that they think that Meri's drinking on this show. She says that she doesn't drink and that she's drinking water that has caffeine, which makes her act loopy. I'm not here to judge. I don't care if someone drinks or not. But they say they don't drink, and she says she's drinking water with caffeine. But on last week's episode, they decided they were going to make something. I don't even know what they were making, but she started off by saying that she was doing a show and it was Cooking with Just Jen. So Meri was implying that she and Jen have been doing this Instagram Live for a year and that they cook periodically on this Instagram Live. And because of that, and because Jen goes by Just Jen, there's apparently Christine stole the idea from them. That's like the implication. And even Jen was like, you're a smart A, you're a smart A for like even saying that. And then saying like, we've been doing this for a year. And then they have their cups that they're drinking from, and Jen says Just Jen. So they're implying again that Christine stole the Just Christine, although the title of the show is likely not even picked by Christine. There's already a website that's called Cooking with Christine, and I don't know if that's part of the reason why they did Just Christine, but I don't think the Just Christine is because Christine wants to go by Just Christine. I think it's because the show has always been about the whole family, and so it's a way to identify her as only Christine. Like, it's not going to be Cooking with the Sister Wives, it's Cooking with Just Christine. Does that make sense? It's almost as a way to just clarify to the audience, hey, it's just Christine that's going to be on the show. But apparently Jen has put the market of Just Jen being the only person in the world that ever just goes around by being Just Jen. Either way, people were not super happy with the response that Meri gave because they felt like it was really petty. And if Meri wanted a show, she could have said it more directly than going sort of this passive-aggressive route and sort of mocking the fact that Jen has been Jen before longer and implying that Christine stole the idea from them and stole the cooking idea from them. By the way, I don't know if you're in Christine's Facebook page on LuLaRoe for her group or even on Instagram sometimes, but she does cooking on her Instagrams and she also does cooking on her Facebook. I used to be in her Facebook group, and it was like 2 years ago, and she was making pancakes, German pancakes that she makes for the kids in the morning. That was literally a part of what she was doing on Facebook when she was talking to her people online. On the show, Christine is always noted as the cook. So I don't know why it's odd for Meri to think that Christine would get a show. Not to mention, with Christine leaving the family, she's probably not going to be on Sister Wives as much if the show continues after the season where they go through the split. because really, what would the point of Sister Wives being with Christine on the show? So her getting her own show isn't a bad thing. It's more of like, we're parting ways, right? If they want to try to create a spinoff for Christine, they have to do something where she can still have a show but not be part of Sister Wives. You can't have like Kody's Sister Wives and his ex-wife. That doesn't even make sense. She's not a sister wife anymore. I mean, am I reading too much into that? So sometimes people just cannot be happy for other people when they move on. And I don't know if Meri is just struggling with the fact that Christine has left, or if she's struggling with her own position, or if she's just trying to be, you know, getting in good with Kody. But to me and to fans, they were not happy. They thought her statements were just really insensitive and not kind. So to give you just a couple comments from you guys on Instagram, one person said, LOL, Meri shades Christine. No, Meri just showed how very jealous she is of Christine. Someone below that said, sounds jealous to me. Another person said, jealous Meri. Someone else said, I stopped following Meri and her not supporting her BS anymore. Yeah, actually we don't. We all love the cooking show with just Christine, though. And finally, someone said this, at least Christine has the guts to leave and try to make it on her own. Meri is hanging on even after being rejected by Kody. Meri not leaving Kody is kind of, you know, a precipitous to, I think, some of her feelings. I also just think that being passive aggressive has been a form of their relationships for years, and I think jealousy has always been a huge part of their relationships. Anyone that says any otherwise, just rewatch all of the seasons where they flat out talk about how jealous they are of one another. And Christine going out on her own and being happy almost is probably like a slap in the face to Kody, and then the women who stay probably feel like loyal to Kody, and so they have to defend Kody, and Cody's too big of a Donkey Kong to actually defend himself online. He just stays offline during the off season, and Robin doesn't talk online off season, online off season, whatever. So long story short, Meri is not making fans. People are unfollowing her. People are not supporting her. People are seeing the real Meri, they say. I don't know what your thoughts are. I think in this instance, it's very petty, and it's also really just passive aggressive. I don't know that that means that Meri is a bad person. I don't know if that means that Meri should have people unfollow her, but I think Meri will not be getting public support by trashing Christine, because right now Christine is looked at as the brave one for leaving Kody and his just narcissistic, horrible way he treats women. So I say go Christine. I'm loving Cooking with Just Christine. You can watch it on TLC.com. There are 3 episodes up right now. Check it out. The buns episode was just aired. The rolls, I mean the buns and the rolls. And if you make them, can you tell me in the comments how they turned out? Bye guys.